Hey,
We're back
Dan,
here with our man Eddie Gonzalez here.
I was just going to ask you, what's your thoughts on Sebastian Fundora and
I'm
Virgil
excited. Oh,
Ortiz?
yeah.
Well, they're not fighting each other, but
Oh,
they're just two. Yeah,
no,
Virgil
Sebastian,
Ortiz,
that's my man, though.
he's fighting Erickson Lubin. I know you're familiar with him.
Yeah, no doubt. I was watching. I looked him up on YouTube. I think it was yesterday or the day before. Yeah, no, man, that's a good look right there. That's a good look.
That's
right
a great
there.
point, though, Kenny. Like, you remember the days we had to find fights, download them, had to watch these crazy
Oh man,
things.
he's crazy.
Yo,
That's
I
why
can
we
watch
watch
the
everything.
greatest fights on YouTube now. I could just,
Yeah.
I remember like a knockout, and I'm like, oh, let me go see Eric Morales knock out this guy. Let me go see when Danny Garcia caught him, and then you go down the road. That did not exist before. I was using Mega Upload. I was on torrent. I was doing everything I could to get these fights.
That's why we had to watch the fights when they were on. Because it's like, man, I don't know how I'm gonna see it if I don't see it now. That's why pay-per-view worked. It's like,
It got us. I miss a good fight party though.
Yeah.
Anytime Kenny asks me about boxing, I'm giving y'all a lesson in how you could fake your way through a sports meeting.
Yeah.
Oh, no, for sure. I'm with KC though. Like if Sebastian, like if Sebastian's on his game, yeah, it'd be fine.
On his game.
Yeah, it'd be fine.
I mean, he's got to make sure that
Hell, I think that's what half the people on TV do.
Look. This.
Oh, that is.
Oh, this is what you say. Hey, man, he's got to get that jab going. That's what you say all the time. He's got to get that jab going.
Got to use his length. Once he finds the distance in this fight, whole new fight.
Yeah. There's cliches that you can use in any sport. Hey, what'd you think about the Broncos? You know what? If they just get to the quarterback, like if the Broncos say getting to the quarterback, it'd be great.
Look, hey man, cut down the turnovers, take care of the ball, and I mean that's the key to victory.
That's it. Yeah,
Establish the run early. The play action will be there later, and this team they need that.
Hey, Kings got to get out fast. They got to stay on top. They got to get out fast. They got to stay on. They get no slow starts tonight against OKC.
You know what it is in basketball. Man, they got to win the boards, man.
Got it.
I thought it was protect the ball.
Protect the ball too. Protect the ball and get the ball. But here's the thing I always say about the boards is, the team that wins the battle of the rebounds will win the game because they're getting the mission.
It's like the run game in football. Yeah, we won the game because we were up 20 and got to run it the whole second half. Of course, our running game looked great. Our time of possession was crazy. We were up 40.
Good times. Good times.
Your boy was. They got a classic of your boy the other day.
I was about to say, I hope we're here to talk Russell Westbrook.
Oh my God! Oh, you want to talk Russ?
We can do that.
Oh, let's talk Russ.
We're talking KD, but we can talk Russ.
Let's talk the greatest rebounding guard in NBA history.
I like that Russ is in this place now where he's just like, everybody hates me, so I'm just gonna actually say what I think, and he's just like, yeah, I'm that dude.
The best part about that was they were like, no, actually, you are the best rebounding guard in history. You are literally number one.
We said this when he finally signed. It's like, we're gonna get some throwback games. Like, we're gonna get some Russ games. There's just no way. There's whether it's the matchup, whether he's just got his best shoes on, whatever. But some nights we're gonna get some Russ games. It's not gonna be every game. We're gonna hate some games. But it's just fun to watch him be Russ, man. It's just fun to look at the stat sheet and be like, he got what? Like, I love Russ, bro. I can't turn that off. I'm sorry.
No, I feel the same way. And I don't want to make it the exact same thing because it's not. It's literally not. We talk about LeBron and what he does at his age, KD and what he does at his age. Russell Westbrook is 36, 37 years old.
Yeah.
Still flying up and down the court, finishing at the rim, running past defenses. It's once again, it's not those other two because those other two are going crazy still. But I think it's damn impressive what Russ is doing at this point in his career at that age. He's done it in Denver. He did it in Washington. He did it with the Clippers. Now he's doing it with the Kings. It is pretty impressive. I don't think it gets talked about enough.
Nah, these guys have desensitized us to age. And it's like, you're not supposed to look like this in, I think it's technically Kevin's 19th season because he lost a year to injury and lost another one to injury. But 36, 37 years old. Steph is 37, he'll be 38. LeBron is 41. You know, like this is not how it's supposed to look, especially in basketball. I'm not going to say it's easier in football for Tom Brady, but Tom Brady was in a position where he got to use his mind a lot. He was very well protected in Tampa Bay and was able to kind of still be him. But these guys got to play defense. They got to run up and down the court. They got to be athletic. And they have really desensitized us to what age looks like. Because you look around the league and you see like Jimmy is kind of like a shell of himself. He's still getting it done, but he's just not the same Jimmy. You look at Paul George. Paul George is in his mid-30s, and he looks like he's in his mid-30s. I think a guy we watch kind of have his twilight of the career in front of everybody. You know, Vince Carter, he at this age, these last like 4 or 5 years, he was just, you know, leadership, locker room, into the bench guy. These dudes are still. I was laughing with Kevin actually, like, because we were talking about the Lakers. Lakers had a big win, and we were talking about Austin Reeves, and it was like, it's crazy that I still expect LeBron to average 25 a game, right? Like, not only do I expect it, like, I'll be disappointed if it doesn't, and I like fully believe he's gonna. Like, that's the level, that's the standard they've set for players at this age, and that's not normal. Like, we see it as normal because we see these dudes all the time, and they kind of look the same, but like. Yeah, what they're doing is crazy, and salute to Russ. I think you're right. He's in that group, and it's fun to watch, man. Like we're watching the era's change right in front of us. Like we're actually like we're not even in that Giannis Jokic era anymore. Now we're like Shea, Tatum, and like we're beyond, and we're looking at younger guys younger than them, like waiting for them to do their stuff. Wemby is next, and you know, these dudes are still here. You know what I mean? Like I always say, like it's still the craziest story in sports that I'm watching LeBron James and LeBron James Jr. at the same. Like, you're like the other day I watched Marcus Smart pick up Bronny off the floor, and I'm like, huh? Like this is crazy. And it's like he's still effective at that level, and Russ is too. And you know, I'm happy that Sacramento gets to see that. And I hope he's wearing number 19 next year, whether it's in Sac or somewhere else too.
Yeah, it needs to be in Sac. We talking about Russ, and I want to keep talking about him, but you mentioned those guys. DeMar DeRozan just 29, 25, 27. Yeah. Like his game changed a little bit because he's not as athletic, but like he's 30 plus, like high 30s, you know, and still just these young boys, these 22-year-olds that come into the league ain't got nothing for him. Nothing.
Yo, it reminds me of like old school basketball because you had veterans still, and they had like tricks of the trade, and they were just stronger than dudes, and like they just bully you a little bit. And like I remember, you know, the Weber Kings, they had like Corliss would just elbow you to start a game, and it's like, whoa, like what are we doing here? Like Kevin told me this story, and you can look it up. The video is out there. But when I was in Houston, we were talking about how he played against like real centers, like Raso Nesterovich was on his team, and like he had real like big dudes who played like vets and would body you. And he was like, man, my third year, I tried to dunk on Shaq. We're like, what? Because we're like, the convo came up because we were talking about Yao. We saw Yao that night. Yao is, I don't know if y'all have seen Yao in person. He's not a human being. Like he looks absurd. So it's like, you play with Yao, right? He's like, yeah, I play with Shaq, but all these dudes. And so he tells us the story about trying to dunk on Shaq. You can find the video. He catches a pass on a fast break and was like, oh, I'm going to get him. Like, he's running full speed. He's like, I got him. This is Phoenix Shaq. Man, Shaq knocked his ass out the air so fast. He said, bro, I remember like a flash. Like, I jumped, and the next thing I know, Shaq is picking me up off the ground and going, don't you ever try to effing dunk on me, young fella. And you can see it in the video. Sure enough, knocks him out the air, catches him, picks him up, and he whispers something to him, and Kevin's just like wide-eyed, like, what just happened? So like they used to have them dudes, and so now they're superstars though, but they're still out here being vets, showing these young boys how it works.
Eddie just says something, and I don't want to derail the conversation, so I just bookmarked it.
No, run with it.
Let's see.
I don't know if you heard it too. He just said something. He said, I remember when Weber. You know what I'm saying? And then I said, oh, yeah. Oh, it's happening. Yeah, it's happening. So y'all I remember when Weber and them Kings, you know what I mean?
We have speculated how long.
You know the crazy part is out here they tell me I got an accent. Now back home they say I got a New York. I'm like, yo, maybe everybody else just talks funny and I talk regular. And you guys,
you the new Ebro. Yeah, you the new Ebro.
I did an Ebro.
Yeah.
Don't you dare.
We losing all our people out there to New York.
Man, Ebro's a New Yorker. I don't care what he say.
Man, you about that close,
I
Eddie.
said-
Be careful.
he
You
said
about
it.
that
I
close.
just
bro.
heard him. He said, "Yo, I
Yo,
remember.
be
I
careful.
remember. I remember when Weber. Yeah, I mean,
You out here running Central Park, man. You about that close, bro.
Oh man. All right. Hey, I gotta come back. I gotta like reacclimate at some point.
absolutely.
You're gonna come back and struggle. You're gonna have parkas and Tims, and man, it's 70 degrees out here. What's going on?
We looking
Man,
like
what was we about to say about KD? What was he getting into with the crowd, with the fans? What did he do?
Oh, that video with T
With
was
T.
great. When he told him, man, your son don't even want to be here. It's the last weekend here.
Yo, that dude
would have made it better is if he said, "Hey, man, enjoy Sacramento."
Hey, that dude courtside, he get all the good footage. And I don't know what he be saying to Kevin, but he get it out of him.
Who was he talking to the like last year? He got into it with somebody.
Somebody hit a shot on his ass and look
Yeah.
back. Shut up.
Yeah, somebody. Yeah, you're right. He gets all the little courtside.
Yeah,
All the
yo,
courtside.
I'm happy he exists. We
Speaking
need
of
that
hit-
couple from the Kings games to log in. They there every day next to the bench. I need their footage.
Oh, that's our girl.
Yeah, Lania.
Yeah, that's our girl.
Yeah, she tapped it. She don't pull out the phone, but she
Yeah, nah,
she
she
does.
locked in. She'll never
we
take
need
the phone
content.
out.
We need
Nah,
some
that
content.
girl is not a
We
content
have
creator. She
we-
locked in on the game.
There is somebody. Watch the Throne 916. It's this older Asian lady. I met her before on Instagram. She
Yeah.
takes videos.
Older Asian lady is
Mhm.
named Watch the Throne 916.
Yeah,
I like
because
it.
I followed the
Kinda like
Instagram. I followed the Instagram account and I would follow it. And then I was at the all right, settle down. I was at the game one time and I was there and I saw her pull up her phone.
Courtside. You were there
All right,
courtside.
no, I was in the second row. I wasn't courtside, but I saw her pull up her
You
phone.
gotta
I
go
said,
to the club and stuff.
I tapped her, I said, you're Watch the Throne 916, huh? She said, yeah.
Casey want to be regular so bad.
Bro, I wasn't courtside though.
Casey want to be a regular person so bad.
I know the ushers all in the arena know you. I know they just like, oh, go
Those
ahead.
my
Go ahead.
dogs.
Go
Shout out
ahead.
Mr. Royster.
Well,
Shout out
Mr.
Doug,
Caraway.
you know what I'm
Mr.
saying?
Caraway.
Shout out my other dog, Kenny. You know what
Oh,
I'm saying?
he's good. He's good. Don't worry, they
Mhm.
knew. They knew.
Oh, I forgot my pass today. Oh, come
do
on,
the
Mr.
same thing
It's
for
all right, man.
David.
It's
What are
all
we
right.
talking
It's all right.
about?
It's all right.
They get on the walkie to get you a new one and everything.
They do the same
Mad
thing.
inconvenient. But they got you.
No, stop. They do the same thing with him, bro.
You go through the main entrance, or you got like the side one by the store.
Oh, you
No,
know
it's
the
just
answer.
the media.
You know that.
entrance.
You
It's
know
literally the media.
You know the
entrance.
answer to that, Eddie. You know the answer to that.
That's the media entrance.
Stop it.
He come in through the practice facility and like a big hallway.
That's where he get ready. He got his own locker. I heard he got his own locker.
He walk in with toiletries in a bag, like
Yeah, shea butter and head gloss and all that stuff right there in the locker room.
Not
it ain't no regular toiletry bag either. It's like
the
some
Louis
Louis
Vuitton
Vuitton.
toiletry, though.
Mhm. LeBron walked in though with one of those one day, and I'm like, all right, come on, King. Like come on, man. You're at home. Like, why are you walking in with that? Like, come on,
Big ass bag with a toothbrush and
Why?
deodorant. That'd be a big ass bag, toothbrush, deodorant, and like some cologne. Like
It's a bag. It's empty. It's got his wallet in it. Like, man, you don't need a toiletry bag at the Staples Center.
It's your home locker. All that stuff is already there.
you know what I love is like when they do like Halloween or they do like a theme or a dude shows up in some like big grandiose outfit and they lose and you gotta put that back on.
Yeah.
Like you don't have a backup outfit. Like I want to say Grant Williams, he came as Batman, but they lost. So then he had to put Batman back on and talk about it. Lost.
Yes. Bro, you better put a sweatsuit in
That's
your
when
locker.
you bring the
I'll
duffel.
give me
What are
some
you
team
doing?
attire. Like I got
Remember when Dame came in Stone Cold Steve Austin?
That was classic.
He had to
That was a
walk
classic,
because he just put the mask on
Yeah.
and put the belt over his shoulder with the vest, but he had to walk down because the whole Austin thing had to be the walk, and
Yeah.
he nailed it.
That was the classic.
good word.
Hey, real quick though, I mean, we know you got your ear to the NBA streets. What you hearing about Ja, man? Is this real? Is it like what you hearing?
I'm definitely hearing it's real. I mean, I don't know how that situation is going to resolve. You see a report today that kind of mirrors what I heard, which like Ja's not the only one upset with their new coach and their philosophy, and you know
You could see it.
that's a two-way street. Ja's being vilified because he's Ja, and people love to get on their mic and camera and go, T. Morant needs to whoop him or whatever they be saying on these podcasts. But he's not the only disgruntled player there. And having just watched a full Memphis Grizzlies game 2 nights ago, it's not a happy team. And having been able to hear a little bit about what's going on, not a happy team. But it is real, and I think it is something they're going to have to address. And if this situation gets worse, I think the rubber will come to the road. And yeah, the Kings are one of those teams. I think the Phoenix Suns are one of those teams. I think the usual suspects like Miami are one of those teams. But if you look at what the Grizzlies may want and what the Kings are willing to part with, I'm very fascinated to see. Ja's at a relatively low salary number for a superstar level player as well, like $39 million, I think he's at. So that's easier to get to than the 55, 60 that some of these 10-year max guys are at. I'm very intrigued. I thought the Suns were a likely destination, and then I watched Jalen Green go off yesterday, so I'm like, maybe they're not so quick to get off Jalen, but Jalen for Ja and like one small piece is an easy trade to make. I think in situations like this, I always look at the easiest trade, and I think DeMar works almost straight up. I think Zach does as well. You add a small piece like that. There's a lot of flexibility here for the Kings if they want to do that. It just turns into what Memphis wants. If you want to add picks, if you want to do this, you want to do that. I think it's one of the types of swings that Kings have to make, but I just wonder what that team is after that. You know what I mean? Like, I forget who it was that made this point, but you get a player like that in your building, they kind of do become the team for the city. And for Memphis, that's a struggle. But I think for the Kings, it's a bonus. You put him in the city, much like Russ, getting the support of the city, and you kind of sell your team on that. Like, we might not win every game, but we have Ja Morant here. I'd love to see him in Sacramento and then see how they build around that. But like the team he would show up to, I don't know if that fits what Ja is right now at this moment in time.
You mentioned the game 2 nights ago. Casey and I were talking about that one yesterday. I think Jaren had like 9 in that game.
Yeah, Ja Morant is shielding Jaren Jackson from a ton right now because
they had 3 players on the floor. They had 3 players on the floor that weren't moving.
They're just. I think there's a heavy emphasis on shooting threes, which Ja obviously isn't comfortable. He's not a great shooter. I think Jaren does shoot threes, but like not to the level that they want him to. I think it's just a difference in philosophy. But again, Ja is saving Jaren, and Jaren is just a friendlier personality. But he's got a big contract, and he looked just as lethargic as Ja, if not worse. That was an ugly game, and the Rockets mucked it up and kind of like played to their level for a little while, eventually pulled away, but that team doesn't look happy. Just like not to be the body language police, but that's not a team giving a ton of effort. And we're gone from the grit and grind days. Even that culture that they had when they made that second round run, when they played the Warriors, with the Lakers and all stuff, it's a frustrating team over there. So I wouldn't be shocked. I mean, it's not like Desmond Bane is killing in Orlando, but maybe that was the very beginning of the complete teardown and then seeing what they do next.
That's an understatement.
Yeah, it's going super bad in Orlando.
Goodness gracious. Do you subscribe to not necessarily conspiracy theory? I don't want to say it that way, but just the thought that basketball in Memphis is in trouble, and that also plays a part in whether or not they keep Ja Morant or not, and they're looking for relocation as opposed to expansion in the league right now. Do you think any of that is real or plays a part?
I'm not always as doom and gloom with some of these situations. I feel like the modern NBA media always wants to tear a team down and trade everybody away and blow it up, and tank and get assets and all that. But there's a lot going on in Memphis for sure, and it's been that way for some time. I mean, it's. I remember when the Kevin trade stuff was happening, like that was coming up in conversations as well. Same for Jimmy when they were looking at Jimmy, and it's just like, what is the future of that team? Where is that team going to be? How invested are they in what they're trying to do there? They spent a lot of money this summer, re-upping on Jaren and collected some assets. And you would think they're building that team. They spent a lot of money on Ja a couple years ago, but it is a mess. I mean, I don't know about the status of like moving teams around in the league. And a couple years ago, we just all knew Seattle and Vegas had a team on the way, and that changed. And you got Adam Silver basically saying he wants a team in London and they can pull it off. And so, is that the future of the league? It seems like it. Are they in a rush to get a team out of Memphis? If the attendance gets worse and they start losing money, definitely. But I mean, to go where? There's too much going on in the league right now to kind of look forward to that. I think this is just a team that doesn't know what to do after they got rid of their coach of the year candidate. They kind of stripped away some of their identity, and it's a team that's gonna be bad. It seems like for a while.
Yeah, well. Yeah, well.
What? So you guys want 12 in Sacramento?
Hell yeah. Well, I do.
It's been a discussion for a couple of days.
I do. I see all the red flags. I see all the things that are concerning, but I'm willing to take the chance for that ceiling.
What do you think? What do you think about John Sacramento? Does it make sense?
This is my thing with, I'm not to say small market team, but just teams that can't tank or win. That's what the Kings have constantly been to me. The team that refuses to tank with a team that can't necessarily win to the level they want. There's only a few ways to acquire a star, and this is one of them. Disgruntled, selling low, got to do what you can to get them. The other one is drafting, and they just don't win the draft ever. So this is their chance, and there's only going to be so many disgruntled stars, around. And this is, in his situation, this is a guy who isn't going to get to really dictate what he wants in the way that Giannis would, or Joel Embiid, or maybe a Trae Young, or all these other guys who may or may not become available at some point in the next year. To me, yeah, this is where you jump and you figure out what, and you get Ja in that building, and then you kind of hope to surround him with some other stuff. But you don't get a Ja Morant blockbuster like that any other way, really, if you're the Kings. You don't do that if you're the Jazz, and like Cleveland going after Donovan Mitchell. We're not going to win the draft. We got to do what we can to get him. I think you got to do it. If the Grizzlies are playing ball, you got to do it, and you figure out the rest after that. I still think he's a talent. It's just he's one of those talents where he needs a very specific team around him. He had that team for about 18 months, and it would be your task then to build that around him after that.
I'm a follow up. I think I know the answer based on what you just said. We're sure that Ja is still a star.
I think it's a great question. I think it's a very valid question, and I don't think we are sure. Between the injuries, which is a real thing, and I hate to just bank on a guy getting hurt, but the way he plays, he himself is like, I'm gonna stop dunking because I keep getting hurt. That's alarming to hear at that age. And he has been hurt a lot. He's a guy who, he kind of reminds me of Iverson. Iverson used to always get knocked down, and he used to always be hurt. He used to always finger this, elbow that, wrist this, knee that. That stuff adds up. And now today, the trainers aren't going to let you play with all that. So I think that's what you have to concern yourself with. And to me, when I watch him, and I love Ja, I just don't see the evolution of what he was 3 years ago. So I just see a player that goes left a lot, refuses to really shoot jumpers, has never really put the effort forward on defense. And yes, he has a great handle. Yes, he gets the cup a lot. Yes, he does provide a lot of stuff that is great, and he's crazy athletic even after these injuries. But that's the part that scares me just as much as injuries. Like, where's the evolution of you here? But I guess what the hope would be is we get him here. He realizes, things have taken a turn, and maybe he locks in. It's a gamble you got to take, I think, if you're a team like the Kings.
Yeah. Real quick before you get out of here, I know my partner talked about this yesterday, and I don't necessarily disagree at all, but he says OKC could be going after 70 this year. I think they're that type of team with the league the way it is right now.
I think they're the perfect modern team. And I don't, maybe not perfect, but they're perfect for the modern style in that they got a lot of guys who love to catch and shoot, but also play defense. And they got like 7 of them dudes. It feels like they got another guy every night, whether it's Wiggins, whether it's Dort, whether it's Caruso, whether one of those dudes ships in every night. They're doing this without their second best player. They're doing this with Chet missing some time. They're long. They guard hard every night. They don't care that they just won the title. They pick up full court. They've kind of started this full court press revolution a little bit. That's a tough team. And if they remain healthy, 70's hard just because, a team gets hot from 3, which is what the Blazers did. They can catch you, and that's kind of like make-miss league type stuff. That's a team that's going to win a lot of games. I think for them, their schedule hasn't been crazy. So, we'll start seeing them play against the Denvers and Milwaukee who's looked really good, and you know these other teams they get traveling more, but it's a scary team. They're going to win a lot of games, and we might be looking at Shea back-to-back MVPs, which is also scary because that dude is killing it, and he just can't be guarded. Like that's my thing with Shea because this is high praise, but he's like a mix of Kobe and Iverson with the handle and kind of like the movements and the mid-range and the way he just gets guys off balance. But then he has that game where he kind of is a foul grifter and he kind of is grabbing your arms and ducking under you and all that stuff. It's like, dude, you're so much fun to watch when you're not doing that. I hate it when you do this. But yeah, that team is scary. I can't wait till the Rockets play them again. Hopefully everybody's at full strength. Can we get another clash there? Because, you know, 5 straight, hopefully 6 straight tonight. But 70's lofty. I don't know if we'll ever see that again with as much as guys shoot threes, but they're going to be up there, mid-60s. They're going to give it a chance.
Talk about back-to-back MVPs. That boy in Milwaukee going to have something to say about that.
Oh, look. Hey, look. I got this. You know, last couple of years, I've had to salute a couple of dudes. We joke about Halliburton on here, but like, yo, when you do what you did in the playoffs last year, you just a dude. You just a dude. Giannis is one of them boys. Like, I'm not trying to like. I met him. He was super nice. We joked about how I used to kind of give him a hard time, but that dude just produces, man. And he hits the game winner the other night. Like, I can only ask for so much. I gotta stop hating. I got no choice, but. I hope my boy gets in the MVP race. He had a couple of rough games. He's getting tired of getting triple teamed, but that's a whole nother story. And you know, he let the crowd have it, the team have it. But that's what he's looking at this year, and I think that's the game plan, obviously, for the Rockets is to let the youngins eat. And when we need Kevin in crunch time, he steps up. He does what he got to do. I said Kevin because he was mad. I said, hey, dog, y'all won by 20, man. Only so much I can hear about this. You right. You ain't getting to play ball. You getting triple teamed. You shot terrible. He missed the layup at the end of the game. Like, he just forced it over 3 people, fell on the ground, just laid there. I said, I know you frustrated, but look, y'all won by 20, buddy. This is the plan here. This is, you know, you just gonna have to thug it out for right now. And hopefully that means they win a lot of games too.
Eddie, we appreciate you as always, my brother. Have a great weekend.
Fellas. Good to chat always, man. I hope y'all got some runs in this week, man. Hope y'all get some runs in. I came fresh off a run.
Oh yeah, I got you. Oh, I'll hold up my end.
You jinxed me with the wind too. It's been windy all week.
That's me. I'm gonna get 6 in tomorrow for you. How about that?
All right. I'm gonna be checking, man. But yeah,
okay.
Good seeing y'all, man. We'll be back next week.
All right,
big dog. Bronx, stand up. BX Burrow.